Hi, Zojen here. I just finished another day at school. I just got back. Am very tired and I'm a bit sweaty from the walk, which is a testament to how unfit I am rather than how much of a distance it is, considering it's like, what, 10 degrees Celsius at the moment? I don't know. So, I decided to record another one of these rambling things because, I just wanted to talk and stuff. And I don't really know who else watches these. I rewatch them like a few weeks afterwards because it's interesting to see myself self-recollect and, there being proof of me recollecting about it. Now, I know last time I said I was going to talk about Dark Souls 2, but unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, that topic has been discussed to death as it is, and I'm not really sure if I have much more to add to that discussion. Maybe someday down the line, if I know more about the subject or anything new to glean, or who knows, maybe some interesting way to portray my ideas, I might talk about it. But that time is not today. Instead, I want to talk about everything that I've been doing for the past 2 months. I said in an update video before that I'm going to be changing my upload schedule because I am starting a master's degree, and I am currently continuing that master's degree, a master's degree in creative writing, and it's an interesting experience, to say the least. It's a lot different compared to other creative writing things that I've gone to school to do. When I was doing my bachelor's degree in the field, it was more focused on the act of writing or looking at what other people have done and using their techniques to influence your style of writing. With a master's degree, it's a bit different in that you need to, do a lot more research about it. For example, one of the classes that I'm doing, they're basically just put me with a teacher, and then they're like, good luck, you have 12 weeks, write something that is both interesting and has a critical commentary to it, which means I need to do a lot of research as well as writing things, and research is hard. At least for me, I've not had to done it, I'm a friggin' creative writing major and I can't speak English. I've not had to do it before. Not to this sort of level. Thankfully, because my teacher is really friggin' cool, I am going to be writing a D&D scenario for that class's, I don't know what's called, dissertation, thesis, whatever, finals. There we go. For that open class's finals, I'm just going to be writing a D&D scenario, as well as some commentary about survival horror and the like, which is going to be fun. But I still need to research the topic. I guess this is good practice for now, because with my YouTube channel, I also was thinking, it's something I hinted on the last Zojen Ramblings thing, of potentially doing video essays, at least some points in the future. I actually did a video essay about text in video games for one of my classes. You're never going to see it because I deleted the file soon afterwards, and it didn't occur to me to upload it to my channel except for a couple of weeks after the fact. When a friend of mine was like, hey, this is really good, you should upload it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I deleted the file. So, unfortunately, that will be lost to time forever. But, shit, what was I saying? Damn, I completely lost my train of thought. I guess I will start a new one. I think this was what I was talking about too. With it being so different, it's part of what makes it more difficult. I can write, and hopefully I can write well. I hope I write well, given that's the sort of thing that I want to do for the rest of my life. But with it being so different and difficult, and there being a lot of work, I find myself not being able to do as much else as I had expected, which is partially why I haven't been uploading much to my channel. Well, there is that, but there's also another video project that I've been working on. Well, video projects. I am a part of the creative team for an internet wrestling federation called SWO. After I created BPW, they saw what I was capable of doing, and instead of editing promos, they've also asked me to make some matches. And well, they didn't ask me to do it. I actually asked if I could, and they were like, heck yeah, you did some good shit. But I think going forward, there's probably gonna be a bit more work for me to do with that show, considering it's changing its tone to be a bit more cinematic, which I think may or may not be because of me. I don't want to take credit for that idea. But with me doing work on that as well as on my master's degree, that's partially why I haven't uploaded many videos. Danganronpa I managed to upload because it's not much work. It's mainly me cutting up the video and audio, syncing everything. Sometimes I do a small edit, but it's not that much work. Compared to my Alpha Protocol series, where I don't talk at all and try my best to be funny through making that more of making the entertainment of that series rely more on my editing than on my commentary. Partially because I don't really think that I am a very interesting person as far as commentary goes. I can turn on the charisma like a switch and just be really high and rambunctious and loud and charismatic and making funny jokes and popping off every second, but that's not actually me. I am a very quiet, introverted, kind of antisocial person. And more often than not, I am either forced to push that reaction forward, or the thing that I am interacting with is able to get that reaction out of me. Unfortunately, without even meaning to, it's a mixture of both. Like when, for example, slight spoilers for Danganronpa. So if you know nothing, if you don't want to know anything about Danganronpa 1, I will put on the screen right here the part to skip to. Okay, so going to spoil it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, So when Chihiro died, it was a very shocking thing to me, and I was horrified at the fact. But when I look back at my reaction, it feels very forced and kind of fake. A friend of mine who watches this series actually noted that my reaction was a little bit strange because I don't typically react like that to things. It might have been that I actually was. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles as I'm talking, but it might have been that I actually was so shocked about what happened that I got that reaction out of me. But potentially being autistic that I am, I don't quite have much of a grasp of my emotions. Which is strange, considering, once again, I can turn on the charisma like a switch and become high energy and everything. But in my normal state, I don't really know much about what my emotional brain is thinking. Thankfully, years of therapy have trained me to know when I'm upset or sad or anything. But even then, I feel that I am at a disadvantage when it comes to my knowledge of my emotional state compared to others. I guess a plus to the way that my brain is that I'm able to remember strange lexicons and talk in such a strange and unique way that if I attempt to speak more like a quote unquote normal person, I come off as very stilted. Oh crap, I rambled again. Well, this is called Zojen's Rambling, so, it is what it is. But, what was I going to say? Fuck, I completely forgot. I lost my train of thought again. I apologize if you find that annoying. Hold on. I'm just gonna be quiet for a second so I can actually recollect my thoughts. Here, have some Kevin MacLeod music while I just fade off into the background as I think. Okay. That didn't actually take me very long, but yeah. I am hoping to continue continue this thing of being a YouTuber and working on other projects and considering my master's degree. But that's a lot of stuff to juggle. And so far I'm finding that I am unable to do that. Otherwise, I would have been able to keep at least somewhat of a consistent upload schedule despite working, so much on things. Weakness that I have is that I often compare myself to others, and considering that I am a very small YouTuber, as you can imagine, that causes some anxiety around the fact. Though I sort of got used to it by now, I don't really care much about the numbers. I feel like everyone's growth is unique to themselves. So I don't really mind if I don't get that many subscribers compared to others. I pop off like shit when I pop off really hard when I gain a new subscriber, don't get me wrong. I am incredibly thankful for all 40 plus people of you that are subscribed to me at the moment. But back to what I was saying. Comparing myself to others, I feel a bit inadequate when it comes to being able to juggle certain things. When I was working on my bachelor's degree, I was able to juggle doing work and YouTube and video editing just fine. But now that I'm doing my master's degree, it's significantly more difficult, which I find sad because, for example, someone I look up to as a YouTuber with his old style, Chilled Chaos, he was able to do his YouTube thing while also getting a degree in accounting, I think, and he was really, really good at it. Like, he's a really friggin' funny guy, and while he didn't edit that much, he was still one of my favorite YouTubers. Unfortunately, his style at the moment, while it's great and I don't dislike him, he's not my favorite anymore. I don't even know if I have a favorite at the moment, but he was able to do his thing while also getting a degree in accounting, and I look at that and I'm like, why can't I do that? Which is not a healthy lifestyle to have. Like I said earlier, everyone is unique with their own rate of growth. Some people are just easier to juggle things compared to others. For example, I can't juggle at all. Like literally, I can barely juggle 2 balls, and yet there are people out there that can juggle like up to 20. I don't know. What's the world record? Actually, let me look that up. I'm curious now. What is the world record for juggling items? Huh. The most balls juggled is 11, which was achieved by Alex Barron, UK. Managed 23 consecutive catches and was known as the qualifying juggling run. This feat was achieved at Roehampton Squash Club, London, UK, on the 3rd of April 2012. Interesting. But yeah, I don't think most people are gonna be able to juggle that much. But I think at least some people are able to juggle more than 2. At least 2 balls. But juggling world record aside, it does worry me a little bit about where I'm going to go in the future. I am doing this master's degree for a year since I started it, so I'm probably going to be finishing sometime September 2021, September or November, maybe December, I don't know. The current semester that I'm in actually ends on January the 13th, which is 3 days after my birthday, by the way, so I'm probably going to be spending my birthday worrying my ass off about theses and everything. But, yeah. After my master's degree is done, I still need to work on things like getting a paying job. I'm hoping to become a copy editor or a content editor for fiction, though that is difficult. With my bachelor's degree, I actually applied for multiple positions and I got none. I only got internships thanks to connections. And I am not going to go in depth about those connections. Connections are connections because they are secret. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to do this even if I get a job or the job that I want. When I wasn't doing my bachelor's degree, I was working on several internships at the time in different publishing houses in their editing departments. And while it was cool for some, I was able to do YouTube stuff. For others, it was not so cool. I'm not sure if you have noticed, but there was a period of a few weeks where I didn't upload anything, and that's because one of the editing houses decided to hit me up with they asked me to write a report on 120 different submissions and get it to them by the end of the week. That was crazy to fucking do. That took me a long time. And funny thing is, when I received those submissions, they asked me to get it to them on Tuesday, and they sent them to me on Saturday. And I'm just sitting here like, you want me to do 120 submissions and get them to you in less than 5 days? And I'm like, you can't actually expect me to do this. And they're like, stop complaining, which I guess makes sense, you know. Who am I, an intern, to be complaining about the work that they give me? So I did my best, and it involved a lot of sleepless nights. And by the end of it, I was able to get 70 done, but I couldn't finish it. So I'm like, here's everything. I'm sorry I couldn't get that much done by the time that you gave me. And then they're like, we gave this to you to do for Tuesday. I'm like, yeah, it's Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So I was dying in my soul and my heart, but hey, at least I had more time to get that shit done. But during that time, I was so busy with reports and everything, I actually didn't have the time to record any videos, which made me sad. And after talking to someone who is new in the, well, who is not new in the field, but is very well, who knows a lot about the editorial field, they explained to me that no, I'm not expected to do 120 reports per week on a weekly basis. That's what you're going to be ending up doing when you start in editing. That's to see if you are actually dedicated to the field. I guess it's a rite of passage. Even so, that sucked, man. But if that's what they consider a rite of passage, I don't know what they would consider a normal workload. Because a normal workload plus everything else I'm doing would make it very difficult. I wouldn't have much time to rest. And if I don't rest, I am a husk that can't even take caffeine to fuel himself, because ADHD medicines plus caffeine equals heart attack, and I don't want to die. But that's just my worry about the whole thing. Of course, my master's degree and eventually my job will take precedence over this. Do I think I'm ever going to be able to do YouTube as my job? It would be nice if I reach that, but that is not my goal. If I eventually get paid to do YouTube, cool. But again, that's not my goal. I make YouTube videos because it's fun and because sometimes I'm able to craft stories through a visual medium, like I did with Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and what I'm doing with BPW at the moment, as well as what I'm doing with SWO too. I love making stories, and making stories using video games is really, really, really fucking cool, which is, well, it's part of why I loved Machinima back in the day before I realized that, that place was a piece of crap to all of its workers, which, it's something that you learn as you grow up. Everything that you look up to actually ends up being a terrible place to people. Ugh. But that aside, I love making stories through visual medium, and I enjoy making, funny jokes through a visual medium too. I enjoy entertaining people, making people laugh, making them cry. Well, I don't like making them cry because I'm a dick, but making them cry through sad stories, just gaining an emotional reaction due to things that I create. Which is, well, that's also part of why I write. Because I enjoy creating things that people get an emotional reaction out of, in a good way, mind you. Not like I would get an emotional reaction out of, what's a terrible movie? I keep thinking The Room, but that's so bad that's good. Birds of Prey? Not Birds of Prey. What's it called? Birdemic? No, that's also sort of so bad that's good. What movie did I watch that I absolutely hated? Crap, I actually can't think of any. I tend to enjoy most of the movies I watch. Even the bad... Okay, side thing here. I am a terrible critic because I enjoy almost everything. It takes a lot. It takes something awful for me to say I didn't like it, because I have enjoyed movies that people have said was bad, and I didn't think it was bad because I enjoyed it, which is why I am an awful critic. That's mainly because I'm able to turn my brain off whenever I go to those sort of things. Have no fear if I ever become your editor, though, because I am very, very hard on you. Because I know you can do better, and it's always best to improve good things than to yell at someone for making something bad, Granted, I guess if you yell at someone for making something bad, well, don't yell at someone for making something bad, then how will they know they made something bad? I guess that explains the philosophy of people like Gordon Ramsay. But that aside, damn, I went on another tangent. This entire thing is just going to be a bunch of tangents because I am continuously forgetting what I'm talking about. I guess my ADHD meds have worn off now. So, my brain is wandering even more than usual. Yay. Crap, what was I talking about? Okay, hold on. I can pause this and look at my recording and find out. Actually, I'm sort of afraid that if I pause it now and go back and look, it might destroy my recording. Okay. I'm going to pause it and look back now, and if I'm starting again, then you will know that I just wasted 30 minutes of my life. Okay, so I am not starting this again because thankfully I didn't ruin everything else that I didn't record. I remembered how squeaky my voice is, and I am going to hate listening this over as I record. Yeah, it's weird how people hate their voices when they hear it. Because to me, because it's reverbing up and down my skull, I sound actually kind of deep. When in reality, I am a high-pitched, nasally voiced asshole. Which gets very deeper when I get excited, which is not often. But back to what I was saying before. Yes, I create things because my main goal is to make people, write something that will get people to enjoy it, or create something that will get people to enjoy it. So if I get paid for that, cool. If I don't, whatever, I don't care. I'm thankfully in a position where I don't need to worry too much about that. For the time being, that is. Who knows? Life comes at you fast and shit changes. But back to what I was talking about. To begin with, my master's degree. So I said that was hard, and that I'm going to be finishing it in the year, and that because of it and other things that I'm going to be juggling, my YouTube schedule is going to be kind of sparse, and I do apologize for that. I doubt that I am your only source of entertainment, and I don't really see it as a it's not that I am holding a gun to my head to make things that people enjoy on YouTube. It's not my responsibility, officially anyway, but I do feel guilty when I don't make things that you guys like to watch. After all, that's why you subscribe to me, to watch things that you would like. And I kind of feel like I'm letting you down if I'm unable to fulfill the promise that was made, I made to you when you subscribed to me, that I would be able to entertain you. So, if you feel that you need to unsubscribe, feel free to do that. I'm not gonna hold it against you at all. Nervous chuckle. Nervous chuckle aside, yes, I wouldn't hold it against you at all. And if you feel the need to unsubscribe for me because the lower amount of videos that I'm putting out, then please do. But my main priority for the time being, is going to continue to be my master's degree. After that, it's probably going to be my job. Unless, I don't know, something happens that YouTube becomes my job, or something that I can't even imagine. But unfortunately, that is what's going to be the case. I suppose this rambling, with me reaching so many tangents to a point where I friggin' forgot what I was talking about thrice, I eventually got roundabout to what I wanted to say. Granted, this isn't an update video, this is just me rambling. So, if this was an update video, dear God, that would suck. But if you've gotten this far, then this is just me rambling, and for some reason you enjoy listening to me rambling. If you do, thanks. But yes, that is all I had to say, really. As far as my mental state goes, I suppose, if you're worried about that, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Because, like I said, this is hard, and my bachelor's degree was hard, but not as hard as this. The last time something got this hard was when I ended up failing my last go-around at university. Well, the go-around before I graduated with a bachelor's degree. You know, the one I mentioned before, where I had to drop out. That shit was insanely hard. It might have been for different reasons, but I am still a bit wary. I need to take things carefully, and I need to take things slow. Well, as slow as I am allowed, I still need to fulfill deadlines and whatever. For example, the week that I am recording this in, I have 3 things that are due. 2 things are due because of school. Sorry, I have 4 things I need to do. 3 or 4. Fuck me, I can't count. 5 things. 5 things, yes? Zojen, are you right? Are you right, Zojen? Think about it for a second. You're embarrassing yourself. Yes, 5 things. 4 of them are for school. 1 of them is for the project. And I need to get them done this week. At least by Sunday. I have to get an assignment done for Thursday, another one done for Friday. I need to research 2 things over the course of the week, and I need to record and edit something by Sunday for the project, so I'm able to finish that before, 1 week before the deadline. And I do not have... I am doing that now because I know I'm going to have more university work to do, so I have to schedule myself appropriately. Yeah. That's just an example of how busy I am. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Because I am reaching the end. I'm reaching the end of this, so no worries. But one last thing. I guess a small announcement thing. I should probably also make an actual announcement video for that. But I am working as an editor for another project too. So yes, I'm taking part in 2 projects, plus YouTube, plus my master's degree. Thankfully, this second project doesn't have too much of a deadline. But yes, there is an abridged series of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that is going on. That is directed by Rosenthorn, the friend of mine who is basically coaching me through Danganronpa. I'm the editor in that, and that is going to be an interesting experience because I've never edited an abridged series or anything like that before. So, learning how to do mouth flaps is gonna be really friggin' something. But thankfully, there's not too much of a deadline on that. No bad talk to their last editor, but it took him 1 year to get out 1 episode, mainly because of how busy he was. So it's gonna be more than understanding if it takes me a bit longer than usual to, edit together an episode for them. But that's gonna be a fun experience. Not exactly sure if I can put it on my CV, because, yes, being a creative writing editor is one thing, but I do not think that most editing places and publishing houses would take edited together JoJo doing funny pose for YouTube people. I am still excited for it though. It's gonna be fun, and who knows, maybe people will like my editing so much that they might come to my channel, which would be cool. And then they'd unsubscribe because I end up disappointing them, and that would be a little less cool, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope that you guys enjoyed listening to me rambling for 30 plus minutes about whatever and whoever. Will I release another one of these? Probably. When? About what? Who knows? Only God. If he exists. But yeah, with that is me signing off. Enjoy your day or your night. Be safe. Have fun. Peace.